Evening. Good. Evening.
Hello.
Welcome to our podcast. I've actually lost what episode you're on. I'm not going to lie to you, but I know we've had
This is episode 15.
Oh, so you've been checking in.
Yeah.
So, guys, welcome to our Hearts to Hearts podcast. As you can see, I'm lonesome today. Don't have Amoy, don't have Jerome. So it's just me and the lovely Joelle / another name going on. Do you want to introduce?
Well, my name is Joel, but for other musical purposes, it's Grim. So I'm with Hearts of Talent as Joel, and then when my personal music comes out, it'll be listed as Grim. There's a whole story behind that we can get into either now or later.
Okay, perfect. So today's podcast is going to be more of introduction to kind of you, because you've obviously been with Hearts of Talent for a very long time. You actually started with Brent Factor, so we're going to touch base on that, let people know kind of the transition from then to now. Also about yourself and how you kind of engage with youth and how your music is going to kind of reach out to people.
Sounds good.
Cool. So for today, let's start with how you found Brent Factor. So before Hearts of Talent was Hearts of Talent, it was known as a Brent Factor, which basically in the borough of Brent, no bigger than Brent, and now we've gone technically worldwide, globally.
Yeah, we had entries from America, didn't we?
Yeah, just people flying in left, right, and centre. How I wasn't actually there for Brent Factor, how I am now with Hearts of Talent, but I know it was still big. I mean, this journey of Brent Factor to Hearts of Talent has been like a transition, but Brent Factor still did a lot. You still achieved a lot of things. So how did you feel as an artist, as well as kind of now being involved with Hearts of Talent? How do you think it kind of went and compares to each other?
Well, being as in like season 1 and season 2, or what do you mean?
Whichever. Because I guess there's had how many? You had the auditions, you had the entries, plus you had the live, and now going through Hearts of Talent, you've been there with our live auditions, you've been basically part of the crew. Not even you can look at it as for Brent Factor, you were a contestant. Now with Hearts of Talent, you're kind of a mentor in certain stuff. Oh, we got Phil. Good evening, Phil.
Yeah, I'm trying to read the comments as well because I got my laptop here. Okay. Hey, my friend is Ash. Yeah. Okay, this is good. But the apples and stairs, yeah. So I'll just tell the whole story then, innit?
Can we just warn you on a time frame here, so we can't go overboard?
Yeah. Of course.
Our stories, Hearts of Talent, we always talk, and we love it, but we need to get as much knowledge out to people as we can.
Of course. Okay. So, Brent Factor originally, my mum met Jasmine, and then Jasmine told her about it, and then I went in for the auditions in Brent, and it was good. I sang a solo song, and my mom told them that she sang as well, and she sang with me, and it just went up from there. It was amazing. We did shows all around. We did shows in Harrow, we did shows in Brent as well, and when it came to gathering more and more people into the Brent Factor, because I was kind of a contestant and like an advocate with them as well, in a way, because I was still performing and they were still judging, but it was also a thing where I was in the initiative with them and trying to get people along with what we're doing, trying to get people away from knife crime, trying to get people away from gang crime, bring them into music and everything else, singing, dancing, rapping, spoken word, everything like that, and now filmmaking. So and then
basically, as a contestant, you thought, as much as I want to enter, I also want to help, which is nice, especially being a young person yourself, you didn't just think, okay, let me just do this for me, let me actually help my community.
Yeah, exactly. And it was good because honestly hadn't been to Brent as much. I hadn't been to Wembley, that area, so it was good to see, you know, this whole new area, and the fact that they had this big place where we held the live finale, the drum in Wembley. It was amazing to see that was right there next to the designer outlet and everything.
So you had an overall good experience, and it seems to be that with Brent Factor there was a lot of kind of achievements you had as a person, as a musician, as well as also kind of being involved and helping and engaging with the youth.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do you find having Hearts of Talent now? We've just had our live auditions in Brent Cross for 2 days. How did you find that?
That was fantastic, to be honest, because we did it once before in 2019 when it was still Brent Factor, and that was honestly, I was surprised. That was my first time going to Brent Cross at all, and then going there and performing on stage and interacting with everyone. It was amazing because then and now I was asked to go up with some contestants that weren't too confident. They didn't know all the words. They had to use my phone for lyrics sometimes, and it was good to go on stage with them. It was good to get down all their names and see them come back as well. So it was amazing this year, and even more refined. And we had, you know, it was just bigger and better as usual.
That's so for Hearts of Talent, like I know on the days you did have a lot of people that were really leaning on you, which was nice to watch because also you've been where they've been. So it's
Yeah.
not kind of bystanders or just people involved that may not even have anything to do with the musical world. It was nice that you could actually give them courage. I mean, I was totally blown away by Brent Cross. Like just the talent of young people that are hidden, or they lack in confidence, or their parents aren't quite sure if they want them to do that. It's such a nice way to express oneself, especially with like the little girls singing nursery rhymes. Like,
Yeah.
don't have much stage fright. I mean, if you do, it's probably installed in you, but if you don't, then it's crazy how one can just be so open at such a young age, and we kind of develop either stage fright going forward, and it's nice to break out those boundaries.
Yeah, and it was really lovely to see last time we were at Brent Cross and this year when all the parents wanted their kids to go up, and they were like, "Oh, can my kid perform?" And we were like, "Okay, what does she want to sing? What does he want to sing?" And they were like, "Oh, maybe Wheels on the Bus or something." And they didn't know what they wanted to do, but they know they wanted to do it. So that it was nice that they have that feeling to go up, but you know, the uncertainty will always be there anyway.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, so nice community coming together, especially with COVID. I know COVID has set a lot of people back. I know for like some artists their music has been on delay, or it's either progressed in certain ways depending on what spectrum you're on. So for
Yeah.
you artists, as well as kind of being involved with Hearts of Talent, how do you think we have done throughout the COVID kind of pandemic?
Oh, we were thriving, I'm not gonna lie, because um it didn't really stop us because we had Brent Factor, like audition, so online. So people were sending videos in through Facebook, through Instagram, um, and through the website, because there was a website back then as well, the Brent Factor website, and they were sending videos in. They were messaging us, and we were getting videos from all over the UK and even from America as well. Dancers, singers, people playing instruments, poetry, and then we got to actually go out, and we had support from the NHS, which already means that like it's ticked off, and COVID, you know, it's perfectly fine. We were social distance and everything. We were performing at different hospitals, Norfolk Park Hospital and Ealing Hospital, and we were singing "Change is Gonna Come" because it is. And we were just showing that, you know, even in these difficult times of a pandemic, we can still thrive. And yes, also we have Geezy Beats here in the live. He's watching, and he performed at Brent Cross. He makes his own beats. He's an amazing producer, 13 years old, makes his own beats, and he raps on them as well. He was amazing at the show as well.
See, it's shows you how much young people are kind of held back, or there's no avenues for them. As much as you do have Britain's Got Talent, I think X Factor, you have to be over 16 to enter. There's
Yeah,
nothing up there for kids to show themselves. I mean, you can obviously go on YouTube, but you don't probably get as much publicity as you should do. And I'm just so excited that Hearts of Talent can actually bring children up. And it's not even putting them in the limelight in such a bad way, but it's just to kind of boost their confidence. I mean, how many of us have probably thrived of doing one of these arts throughout the pandemic? Whether it's just singing in the shower, or singing when you're cutting your grass, or making music, or dancing. Filmmaking, I've never personally tried, but it does look really amazing. Like, I know you can really capture your imagination in that. And it's amazing of how we can come together as a community, especially through this, especially of what's going on. But also, let's not forget, leading into knife crime. I mean, that is the key subject of Hearts of Talent, as well as kind of introducing the arts to kids. But we do want to prevent not just gang crime, though. We want to kind of prevent violence in general, no matter what that is.
exactly.
That is wrong, that could pretty much lead you down the wrong path, even lead you to imprisonment or death, we want to avoid. I know
Yeah,
those things are strong, but society now has kind of gone around stuff like that, and they don't say the harsh consequences of it. It's just, oh, well, this is a bad thing to do. But no, the realness is you can end up in one of those two situations, which we don't want. You've got a whole life to live, you've got families to have, weddings. Do you know what I mean? Just, you don't want to give it away to the streets. For what? What do the streets actually do for you?
exactly. Because it's it's just one of those things where you're in. You imagine they get caught one day, and then they've been told by their so-called friends not to snitch, but then they get time.
Mm.
So it's
It's a common cliche thing of, even with like certain friends that I have that issue. I mean, and I don't know, I think music has also glorified certain aspects of life. What is this? Uh,
what you yeah.
got a little collab coming on.
Yeah,
Amoy.
of course, soon come, soon come.
Everybody knows I'm the biggest cheerleader for Amoy when it comes to throwing her up there. So Amoy, you saw that yourself,
Yeah,
pending.
and I have I have plans because we they were when we performed the Hearts of Talent song at Brent Cross, I got loads of people like filmed it and they sent me videos of it. And oh, Jasmine's here. Hi, Jasmine.
Hi.
We performed it and then someone asked me, "Oh, have you made an acoustic version?" I was like, "That's a good idea." So once this one's released, we can get to working on an acoustic version, and then there's even more stuff that can be coming.
But let's just actually deep it. In a year's time, you guys, you and Amoy, can actually say you've made this track and it's been produced by what? A 14-year-old at the time? Who says that? Who actually can say they've done something? I mean, look at the Hearts of Talent official soundtrack, Do It Right. Who can actually,
Exactly.
in some type of organization, charity, community, because we are a community, and they can say, do you know what? We're going to be streaming soon. This is our song. And actually
Exactly.
change behind it. I mean, many people can make music and drop it, but it's actually having a change behind it, which Do It Right 100% does.
And the thing is, like the fact that we did the original Do It Right song, we finished that in the studio in a day, and then it just took a bit longer for finalization. But the fact that we got it done so quick, it was I was amazed because we were all there in the studio, all the creative minds. We were editing it while we were there, and we all had a hand in the creative process. So anything we wanted to change, we could change. So yeah, it was amazing.
How do you find that experience? So, for instance, going forward now, we obviously have the song category as well as the rock category. And one thing I know that we want to do as Hearts of Talent is we want to kind of bring people into that studio vibe, into that studio situation, have that kind of experience if they haven't. How would you explain that to kind of the audience? How did you find it went? How did you feel as a person? And how would you express it going forward?
Oh, there we go. Okay. Before I answer that, um, everyone here, So we had live auditions at Brent Cross on the 3rd and 4th of August. Next live auditions, look out for them, 17th and 18th of September at Harrow Shopping Centre. Be there, Week Square.
We've got number 2 venue secured, and it's crazy because we really are pushing this out there. We really are getting children to interact. Plus, I'm sure it's still summer holidays, so anybody who's watching that has family members or friends that missed the lives at Brent Cross, if you're local to Harrow, if you don't mind traveling, there's parking. I think it's an hourly rate. There's probably free parking on the side roads. Come down, do your audition. There's so much coming. If you are checking out our social media, you would have seen we've had an announcement. We are actually partnered with FA and Wembley Stadium. I mean, I over is amazing. So crazy what we can do as a community, which means we're also going to give back to the community and to children. There's going to be tours. There's going to be so much that we can offer to young people just to have an experience with. And you know what? We have to take our hats off to Jasmine Dale and Amoy for kind of putting this vision together and just executing it so perfectly.
Yeah. And guys, make sure you share this live. We want as many people to see it.
Yeah.
As you
bottom, our competition is open, so keep an eye out. If you want the guidelines, please go to our website going across at the bottom. But going back into conversation, let's get into the studio vibe. I know with the studio that you went to for the Do It Right track, we did have a celebrity there. Not sure if we can name names. If Amoy, if you're watching, let me know if we can drop the names. We do have some celebrity ambassadors who are also musicians in the music industry who helped. We obviously had amazing studio we could use, and Carl from Timeless. I don't know what his job role is exactly. I know there's some terminology in the music industry. Oh, we've got the green light to name them. So who was you in the studio with? Tell the people.
Well, we were in the studio with Lemsy, who is an amazing spoken word artist, and he raps. He has, his mind is just something else. And we were also in the studio with Lindrick Zayla, who is an amazing producer and singer. His vocals are just fantabulous. That's something that I'm trying to get to as well. And he's been in the industry for like over 20 years, and he was doing musical theater for a while as well, doing Michael Jackson Thriller. So it was amazing working with them.
See, it's just, imagine that, being a young person going into a studio and just meeting a celeb who's there to help you, not even for you to kind of ask them what they're doing, which obviously you can do, but they're helping you take your creative side out. And it's because we are a community and we've got so much support from people. How did you find that, being in the room with Lindrick? I didn't know Lindrick until I actually Googled him. I knew of him, but didn't put his name and his face together. And he's been on The Voice. So he's been in that limelight. He's been there. How did you find kind of working with somebody? What was your thoughts on going into it and coming out of it?
It was amazing because he knew how to structure the song amazingly. And he's worked with many different, producing softwares. So the one we were using at the studio was Logic, and it was that's like one of the most popular producing softwares, some well-known. And he was able to use it to his advantage, and the song ended up amazing as you heard it. And he was able to explain everything to us that we didn't understand. He was giving us tips on our singing and cadence and volume and everything.
So it's having that training. I know, having a conversation with him, with Lindrick and Amoy, that he charges thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds just to even have a session with him. I know he has his own home studio and he traveled to that studio for us. And it's just nice that he supports what we're doing. He sees the vision and he's given his kind of love and time to us as Hearts of Talent, as well as like youths.
Exactly. And the fact that he's now, the singing / music ambassador for Hearts of Talent is amazing.
It just shows that we have so much coming. There's so much stuff I want to tell our lovely audience right now. I really just want to splur it all out, but we have to kind of keep that hidden.
Yeah, of course.
But what else have you been up to in regards of kind of shifting from Brent Factor to Hearts of Talent? Seen the lives, you've done the song, you've been involved. Is there kind of stuff that you want to do in mentoring going forward of like our young people?
Yeah, like when you watch the Hearts of Talent launch video, Amoy, says she's kind of a youth ambassador and she helps the youth, and she did help me and the other contestants as well. So I wanna, meet with these new contestants and help them out, help them with anything they've got going on mentally, anything they've got going on, musically. I can help them, and I'm just here for them because I was I'm happier than I was when it first started, because when I saw the live show, it's like, oh yeah, I'm actually meeting the people and I'm interacting with them, so they'll remember me when it comes to the later shows. Because with Brent Factor, or no, with Brent Cross, when we were performing at the Brent Cross Shopping Centre, I was actually interacting with everyone, and sometimes it was me introducing them when they would go up on stage. So I'm glad to know them and that they know me when they come back.
So then that also shows how much we are doing as Hearts of Talent. I mean, the youth kind of section of Hearts of Talent is something that we are passionate, myself and Amoy, and obviously in regards of this. We're not just a talent competition. We are there to kind of give young people skills that they don't have, confidence, to be that friend that you can come to and express yourself. If there's stuff we can help with, if we can refer you or redirect you to places, we will. If we can help you in-house and in company, we will. We don't just want people to think like, okay, your child's involved in the competition and that's it, because we're so much more than that. We are there to kind of nurture your child with you and help them understand like factors, especially like for myself being a dancer. Nobody really tells you kind of the strenuous things you go through. You kind of learn that. Like, I didn't have a dance mentor as such.
Yeah.
I learned it myself, and then when it came to kind of doing my qualifications for dance, I would tell like my ballerinas and my dancers, like, you need to work on this and you need to kind of focus on strength. Like, nobody tells you to dance, you do need strength.
Exactly. Like no one, like when you're practicing, no one tells you how many times you have to practice a move to get it the way you want it.
Yeah. And that's what we will do as kind of, I don't know, the youth collective or like the youth mentor, and we will kind of help you. We will engage with you. If you have even a non-related kind of arts category, we will try and help and assist. That we don't want you to feel like you are alone. We are there to bring you up. So
Exactly.
anyone is now involved with us, we do want you to reach out. You've probably got our email. You can reach us on social media or our website, and we are there for support. I mean, our comments are just blowing up with so much support towards us. We cannot just sit here and not give it back. It's just not what Jasmine and Amoy have built up Hearts of Talent to be. So like everybody involved is so eager and so willing, even like yourself. We just can't thank you for like being involved on the 3rd and the 4th and giving courage to certain people in particular that just lacked it.
Yeah.
And I'm just so excited to see kind of how this goes. There's honestly a couple of months now until we've got our big final. Be amazing. I know we've got groups coming out left, right, and centers. We're gonna have kind of programs, mentorship, skill days. I think maybe even fun days maybe coming out, like a little
Yeah,
fail.
definitely. Like we were asked to even after it had finished, we've been doing Christmas things, and when like communities have small fun days, they hear about us and they invite us to go sing, which is good. So we're really getting a lot of reach, and I'm happy with where it's going. Like Hearts of Talent to the world and back 100 times. Like it's gonna grow so much after this year, and I have so many plans within it that I'm ready to share with everyone, and we have a whole creative team, and everything's just gonna expand. So I'm happy with all that.
It's honestly just bringing everybody together, and I mean, I can't wait to see what more talent is going to be revealed during the Harrow auditions. I know get in some other locations. There's definitely workshops coming along. How do you think we can kind of engage more with youth? So how can you tell youth to engage more with us in the fact of, if somebody is frightened of sending their audition, because us as humans, we're always our worst critics, so we put the downness on everything more than other people do. What would be kind of your word or your phrase to kind of help people to just break that barrier down?
Well, I would say, I mean, it's tough to think of just one word. Like, I would specifically say ambition, to be honest, for myself, because, you know, you see all these, like, everyone has this idea of where they want to be, and you just have to put the work in. Um, you have to put the work in to get where you want to be. Like, I've seen people that say, and me specifically as well, I want a lot, so I have to work towards a position where I'm able to get a lot. And I want to, when I get there, I want to be able to help myself and help my family and friends. So for anyone that's scared or lacking confidence, then it does take time to do what needs to be done, but it's just practice and taking a chance, leap of faith, and knowing that, the ground will be there if you want to land, or you have people there to catch you.
Faith is actually a very good word, because we have a Hearts of Talent kind of faith and community team, which will be kind of reaching out to people very soon. And I know this is kind of built on the faith of God, but we don't rule out any other religions. It's just about encouraging people. I think nowadays religion has kind of broken down society and communities, and everybody's segregated due to their religion or due to their color or anything like that. And that's one thing we don't want to happen. We want to bring everybody back together, despite your faith, despite your color, despite your background or where you've grown or your postcode. We want to bring everybody back to one. And anything I say when it comes to like sending out or reaching out via email is that we are just so excited to bring the community back together as one unity. And like we have one world. Why are we just breaking down everybody and we're segregating people from walking down the street, and you're attacking people because he potentially could be from this postcode and you're sending signals? Why are we doing that when you could be literally expressing yourself via music about hurting anybody and getting what you feel emotionally that is trapped in you out there, or physically,
Exactly.
or dancing or filming?
Exactly, because when you have mediums like this, you see that we're all the same. Like, you have, when you have a group of people that are singing, it's like they all have the same, they all have vocal cords. They can all express themselves when they sing. You have people that are rapping, they can all speed rap, they can all have, deep hitting lyrics, they can have wordplay and everything. They're all the same. You have people that can dance, they can do flips, they can do tricks, they can, do contemporary dancing, they can do floor work. They're all in a group, they're all the same. And there's no point, discerning or, segregating people for no reason when, they can find mediums like this and see there's people like them.
Just seeing how many episodes we've done and how many ambassadors we've had on board, it shows the light that actually people do want to come together as a community. And I know on our Instagram we did post something in regards to that. Somebody posted about this child walking the street, and how the community doesn't speak up anymore and will reach out to either the parent or to somebody. Everybody would just turn their head. And I know when I was younger, that wasn't an issue. Like, you could play out till it'd be darker than it is now, 11 o'clock at night, and you would know nothing would happen. There was always gangs, there was always violence going on, but it wasn't in the eye as it is now. It was always hidden. And one thing that we want to do is we want to change that. And we know it's going to take a while, but you always start off small to then go big.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we just need to get that all back into place of just having that trust with your neighbor or with a person down the road, not then having that fearful mind and portraying it onto kids and youths and people.
Yeah, and we need a village again, like a village raises a child. And we need that again.
It's just become crazy. Not sure. Technology is really crazy nowadays. There's always some type of glitch on my side.
Yeah. Well, it's all right. We're managing.
So I've just been notified, if everybody can hear me, that we have a special guest. I haven't been given any more details, so I wonder what this is.
Okay. Just.
Jazz!
I was gonna say it the way I say it. Oh gosh.
I think you should actually. I think you should.
Hey, is that the rude of me, Dale?
I'm not even camera ready, but I just said to Amoy, do you know what? It would be good for me to jump on and just say hi to everyone, and just to sort of commend you all that you're doing a fantastic job. I'm really pleased of how.
Finish my job, please. Let me introduce you before you start going. Yes, okay. Let me take my role back because I know it's by myself here. My computer is so slow, but we have Jasmine Dale, the founder / co-founder. We can't forget, obviously, Amoy, your lovely daughter, of Hearts of Talent. But prior to this, if you've heard, we've been speaking about Brent Factor. So this is your baby, grown up now, gone through the crawling stage, gone through the walking, and the talking now. So we're at that kind of transition.
Right, we are. Can I say hello? A big shout out to Marcel. Hi, Marcel. Why are you not on? But there you go. That's another question for another time. Thanks, Amoy. Big up, Mumsy.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Was the question, how do I feel?
Yes, the transition. You've literally did something so not even small, because Brent is not a small, I don't know what borough, but we've now gone 32 boroughs of London. So let's just say the whole of London pretty much. And now I know we've got things off in Manchester. We've got things going off with bishops all over the world. We've got videos coming in from God knows what continent of the world. Your baby is now not even a baby, gone through the toddler stage. Are we at pre-teen stage yet? Where are we at with this?
You know what I mean? It's actually going to be leaving home soon. What can I say?
Honestly, I'm telling you, it's going worldwide. It's leaving home.
Do you know what? I can only say that I'm blessed and truly highly favoured, but the transitioning has been extremely hard. As we all know, that putting something together such as big as this is extremely, extremely, extremely hard. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of planning. Because if you don't plan, you plan to fail. So that's one of my sayings. And I tell you something, where it came from, it was just a vision, a vision that dropped into my spirit, and just felt that I needed to do something for the community. And that was just listening to the community and giving them a voice to actually, tell us what they want. And this was one of it. This was like a self-expression of themselves and bringing it to life. It wasn't easy, but we are here, and I give God thanks for that. And the directions that we are going in with it, it's mind-blowing. It's a mind-blowing incentive that I believe that once that younger person steps through the doors, so to speak, of the Hearts of Talent, it's a game changer. It changes everything about them. It changes how they think, because what we have to make sure is that we set some sort of boundaries for everyone that comes in. Now, every household deals with things very differently. Like my household, when you come in through the front door, you know that you've got to change how you deal with your parents to how you deal with your friends outside. So this is what we do with the Hearts of Talent. When you step over that threshold of the Hearts of Talent, you come into the family, so to speak, and it's a village. We expect you to kind of understand that we are here to guide, help, protect, and to send you into a direction which is sky's the limit. So with doing that, you've got to understand that everything has boundaries, and just respect it. It's bringing back the old time religion, so to speak, and that belief. But for me, that's what was missing in other sort of organizations. I'm not throwing it out there like anything to say that people are doing it wrong, but what I'm saying is that if we bring back the old and adapt it to the new, I think we're actually onto something good. So, but yeah, the transitioning has been hard. There's highs and lows, but on the whole, it's exciting and a bit scary, I must say, because you're stepping out into faith. You're stepping into faith, and that step into faith is just focusing on what God wants in this. You know what I mean? Because it's all about God. It's not about me. It's not about Joel. It's not about you, Angelina, or Moy. It's all about stepping into faith. So, pick me. I have a question. Sorry, I'm always just says I have a question. What's your question?
Oh, why did I become a musician? Oh.
Sorry, I'm a bit. My glasses, right? I can't actually see. The writing's very small. What was that?
Why did I become a musician?
Who, Amoy? Is that you, Amoy? Why did you become a musician?
No. It says, why did you become a musician?
Oh, sorry, I can't see. My glasses. Okay, sorry, Amoy. If I was boring you, I do apologize. Joel.
Yeah.
Over to you.
So can we link that into how you also found that in Hearts of Talent and Brent Factor?
Yeah. Well, obviously, originally had my humble beginnings, mom forcing me to go up in church and sing, and that really pushed me to a place where I'm like, okay, this is something I want to do. And then obviously had school choir and everything like that, and then I go into doing covers and being able to sing songs like the artists I see on TV and the artists I see on YouTube, and then I go into making my own songs. So music for me is an art form and a form of expression, because obviously in this new age and in this country, I have a lot of things going in my mind, a lot of things with my friends and family, and a lot of ways for me to deal with it is with music, singing to them. I sing to people for their birthdays. I sing to people, for no reason. I'm singing every day in this house. And then it grows into rapping and poetry, being able to speak so quickly and get so much information out. And then it goes into playing instruments and being able to not even say a word, but have people still feel that emotion. So for me to become a musician, it has helped me, and then it's going to help me help people.
But Joel, you can actually fill a category, and we all know what category that is.
Hey.
Comedy.
Comedy.
This guy has such a sense of humor, and he has this strong, is it
Nigerian
accent that I absolutely love. Joel, come on, you've got to show some of that talent.
Listen,
away all your hidden secrets.
This is something that you need to express to the crowd now.
I had the trick up my sleeve, and you exposed me. Huh? How you doing? Huh? Now, can I ask you a question? Why would you expose me like this? Listen, now, I've told you multiple times, I'm good at something called situational comedy. I can't do stand up. I can't do tell joke, make me laugh. I have to do situational comedy. If somebody says something, 5 minutes pass, I can reference to that thing and make them laugh. But if I'm doing something, I can't go up on stage, say, hey, that's airplane food, huh? And people laugh. Hey, no, it's not good.
Listen. Amazing.
Well done.
Amazing. I'm telling you, you'll give a lot of those comedians a run for their money, because you're young and you're vibrant and it's so fresh. You go. But
Thank you.
But I mean, Joel, you've been with us since 2019 anyway, and you have so grown, not just in height, but in personality.
Yeah.
Pastor Lloyd down there.
Yeah. I need to big up some people actually. Pastor Lloyd, blessings to the Most High. You're an amazing lady. You've always been around us. You've prayed for us. She's just put that hedge around us all the time, every time we're out on the road. So big up Pastor Lloyd, big up Marcel. So yeah, Joelle, as I said, you've been with us for quite well, for the 3 years.
Yeah,
and
July 2019.
Yeah, you've grown in every shape, way, and it's just do you know what it is? You were 13 when you came to us, and you know, every teenager goes through something. But I think your going through was pretty smooth. We didn't see any sort of like hinges. Do you know what I mean? It was just sort of like, I know what I want. I may sort of switch things up a bit, but I know what I want, because I think you've gone through this stage of, because I know you were singing Lovers Rock at one stage, and that was quite funny.
Singing what?
Lovers Rock. You were singing some reggae.
Oh, what? Recently, or
yes.
Oh, the Fly Me to the Moon and things like that.
That's right, and that was quite funny, because I thought to myself, my goodness, this guy is only like 16 years of age, and he's singing these sort of music.
Oh yeah, my old music. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, new fire, old flame. Yeah.
So you've kind of, you know, you've done really well in your growth, in your sort of the music that you've chosen as well. Some of them are obviously it's very old for you, but you've still connected. So that means that you are an old soul, but you are a new soul at the same time.
Yeah.
So you connected really, really well. And your growth, just like Marcel's growth, has just, Marcel, as I said, not just in sort of vocals, but in his height. Marcel is just so tall. He's really tall. His voice has changed. His vocal, his tone of voice has changed. Singing voice, shall I say? And he has really he's come a long way, especially on the track that that you guys have got out at the moment, or to be released soon. Do It Right. When I heard Marcel's vocals, I was quite stunned, because I thought, that doesn't sound like Marcel. And also with your vocals as well, and also actually with Amoy's vocals, because I have to bring her into it, because she's really come a long way with her vocals, you know, and feeling confident with her vocals as well. And I think that's what the three of you are sort of displaying, that you're very comfortable with who you are, your stage presence, your vocals, everything. And that's what makes a good artist, that they're feeling comfortable for who they are, basically. And through your music, you can hear it, through your voice and everything, you can hear it. So that's why that track, Do It Right, is amazing, and it's going to do some amazing things.
Exactly, because I can't wait. Like, this is honestly preparing me for when I have to be performing, because I'll be going into at the end of 2019, Brent Factor, the finale, you know, they told me that if I had just, you know, interacted more, then it would have been great. And then I see that now when I perform at Brent Cross and I interact with the crowd, they love it. So this is just preparing me for when I'm on stage and I can go into the crowd. Hopefully, you know, don't get attacked. I have my bodyguards there, but I can go into the crowd. I can high five everyone. You know what I'm saying? I sing that one song,
bodyguard.
You know?
Bodyguard.
I mean, I probably won't need a bodyguard, but you know what I'm saying. But I go into the crowd. I sing that one sustained note, and I'm just walking by all the fans. But honestly, it's just.
I'm super.
You know what's amazing?
What's amazing?
You know what's amazing is the way that you, all three of you actually interacted on that stage into the camera as well. It's just so. It's literally like being in our own little music video. Like, I literally shut off that we have people there, and it's literally just like being backstage on the music video. It's the way you guys interact with that camera and the mic position. It's crazy. And then we can also give that to people who want to come on board. They want to have the interaction. They want to have that experience doing a music video, of learning how to hold the mic and to project your voice. It's stuff that we can do as Hearts of Talent, but it's crazy. We know we perfected it in-house before we go out there, whereas many other people out there, from my knowledge, is that they just kind of throw you there and you kind of learn as you go through the process, which is why people struggle getting into industry and having such a sustainable like lifespan of it, because you grow and then you make mistakes that loses things, potentially loses you money in the industry.
Exactly. It takes a couple losses to be a boss, you know what I mean? Minor setbacks, major comebacks.
Exactly. But we perfect that as much as we can with the Hearts of Talent. I mean, we're not perfect and nobody is, but we do strive on making sure all our contestants, all our people, much knowledge as we have, and if we don't have the knowledge, we probably know somebody in the industry that has the knowledge.
It's all about comfortability factor, isn't it? When they're going on stage, like take for instance the Brent Cross event. Obviously, you know, backstage the contestant is choosing the music, and also you guys are, you know, giving them that confidence as well. I know there was one particular lady who entered, and she was very, very shy, extremely shy. And I think Joelle spent time sort of talking to her and making her feel at ease, and also did a duet with her, which was amazing, that she actually then decided to do a solo, which, you know, because that confidence was sort of given to her. You know, I mean, you can't give somebody confidence, they have to accept it, but she accepted the fact that she could do it. So that step just made her, you know, her voice was amazing. She actually sung extremely well. But it's just that confidence that they need, and that's what we do. We actually give them that boost of confidence, and we let them out there, and that's what it's about. And there's a difference, you know, between, and I don't want to bring into other. No, I won't actually talk about that because I might get in trouble. But yeah, we're totally different. We are very, very different.
Oh yeah, I know what you were gonna say.
Yeah, we boost confidence, and you know, we basically we help you along. You know, it's not about us, it's about you. It's about building your confidence.
Yeah,
you know, so
we're here to boost your confidence and get you to a place that you want to be.
Absolutely. And when you feel, the thing is, here's the thing, is that when each contestant went on stage, they actually felt the stage. They felt good on that stage. So until some of them actually wanted to come back again. Do you know what I mean?
Like, we had one person sing lovely opera, and then when the crowd would engage with him, he would sing louder, which was amazing.
Oh my goodness. This guy is, I can't remember his name. Is it Yogi or Yori or something?
His name was Yakov. His name was Yakov.
Yakov, that's right.
Yeah.
He had, just looking at Yakov, you know, you'd think maybe not. But goodness me, what came out of him when he touched that stage, you could see that this is where I want to be. This is me. And I've never, I guess, been given that chance to stand on the stage and show who I am. And this is what, and I'm so happy that happened, because that's a prime example of the Hearts of Talent, because it's a heartfelt thing, and it's your talent. Do you know what I mean? So going on that stage,
the amount of talent just walking around Brent Cross Shopping Centre.
Ah, my dear, it was not just about Zara. It was about, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm here. I've got this massive opportunity. I don't know where it's going to lead me, but I'm going to go on that stage and I'm going to give it all what I've got. And that's what they've done. From when they actually felt the stage, it was like, right, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And this was like from 2 to 3 years old singing Bar Bar Black Sheep. They actually felt the stage.
Like, it was crazy when I go there and I see that because for me, like, age is such a weird thing. I see a 3-year-old and they can form full sentences. I'm like, what? At 3, I was running. I was not talking. So it's crazy as well for them to actually go up on stage, sing full nursery rhymes, and you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, and Angelina as well. I mean, you were around. You kind of helped out 2019. You know, when we were at Brent Cross, and the fact that what you saw you liked, and you're with us as the PA stroke interviewer or interviewer for Hearts to Heart. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm going to ask you, how do you feel? Because I mean, it's something new. It's not like the job you do. I won't mention what the name of what you do, but it's a total different walk. There's more freedom, and it's all about self-expression. So how do you feel sort of joining Hearts?
I love this. This was me conducting the interview to be and ask the question.
There you go.
It just shows you how real we are as we're just such a family. It's everything's out there. But with me, I you know personally, Jasmine, I love Hearts of Talent and Hearts to Heart for the reasons of I was in the dance industry as a trained dancer, and I've been there where I've had haven't had the mentor kind of shit, haven't had the not the training, but the people helping you out with the training. Everything I done as a dancer was self, apart from going to obviously dance school. But there's nobody out there that will kind of warn you of these things, warn you of the industry, kind of tell you what steps to do, how to even build up a portfolio or show reel. And I love it that we have the facilities and the capability of doing that. I mean, my poor mum spent hundreds, maybe even thousands of pounds on modeling photos, probably thousands if I actually go back to it, because even myself doing Amaya's ones costing me an arm and a leg. But we can tell people like, okay, this is what you need, whereas I never had that. Me and my mum just went to auditions, we went to photo studios, and we just took what we thought was good to then come back and be like, no, you need this, go and spend some more money. And Hearts of Talent can portray you in the way you want to be, not how people want you to be portrayed. You give the youth confidence to be themselves. I mean, the arts entertainment is all about image, and that's one thing I love, is that we are trying to break down that stereotype of being of color, being a, as they call it, roadmap, or being the type of girl that's provocative. You can be yourself and not be labeled these things, and that's one thing I like, is that we change the narrative and the stereotype through arts, because these things, what, rapping with drugs and killings and murders. Dancing, if you're, I guess, if you're female, you could be portrayed as being provocative or not having much clothes on. Filmmaking, I guess you could lead to violence or other kind of explicit stuff. And we express you, but we keep it clean, which is what we need. I mean,
absolutely.
How many kids out there have access to express, and it's normalized?
And that, and you see, the way how I see it is that we have to, we're thinking totally different. We're thinking out of the box. We're thinking, you can, as you said, you can be you, but then it comes with rules. We draw you out of your comfort zone, but we still let you have a handle on what it is that you want to portray. As you said, we give you a first aid kit, don't we? And we send you out there, and you do what you have to do.
Yeah, beginner's guide.
Absolutely. And
you know what,
it's so important. Can I just say one thing? Marcel has actually put something up, and I just once again want to big him up. Marcel, you also came with at the same time as Joelle, and you have grown in so many different ways, and you have your own challenges, but we've recognized those challenges through talking to your parent, because that's important as well, by Hearts of Talent connecting with the parent, and the parent allowing us in, because that's exactly what's happened with Joelle and Marcel's parents. They've actually allowed Hearts in, so we have an understanding of what's actually going on around the child. And Marcel, I can say to you, as I said, you have your challenges, but you're an amazing character, and it's sky's the limit for you, and I enjoy having you around. You know, I would say to you, Marcel, don't go over there, don't do that. You know us already, we will pull you back, but at the same time, you know, it's all for your best, and we will love you because you're just so uniquely you, and that's all what it's about. And here's to Beauty, Mummy, thank you, Beauty, and also Susan, thank you so much. Sorry, Angeline, I think you were going to go off and say something else.
That's okay. Got to keep an eye out on time, because our podcast, we love them so much. We always time frame. But you know, one thing I can say with Hearts of Talent, as well as obviously Brent Factor, is that you have reached out to many people, whether they do or not, and I do see a lot of change, even within myself, of just how at the world, and even at the business side of things. Like, I have my own experiences there, but just being involved, it just shows how much society's missing. And I'm just so glad that we have something like this to put out there. And like Phil said, and everything else, I mean, there's just so much talent, and we're making people be. I mean, I've had this conversation with you already, and I have decided I want to get back into dance, and I kind of wrote myself off due to like injuries and kind of personal vendettas I have myself. And Hearts of Talent has brought that out of me. So you can do that to me at my age, being a mum as well. You can literally change anybody's mind out there. Anybody that has a flashback or something they want to do. All I can personally say from myself and on Hearts of Talent is just go for it, and we are there. It's such an amazing experience just to know that you can be the best version of yourself for something like this. I mean, I've had my cousins and friends for Brent Factor and not sorry, is it called Britain's Got Talent?
Yeah.
And X Factor, but it's nothing like Brent Factor and nothing like Hearts of Talent whatsoever. They've not had any follow-ups, and we aren't just talent competition. We are an overall kind of project that is designed and targeted at knife crime, but we don't just limit it to that. It's also a worldly thing that it takes a village to raise a child, and we want to be that village. So I have to commend you as much as you've commended all of us on this for what you've done. Just keep up doing you. My saying is, I'm just being me. I know you have literally been just throughout this process and the more, and you've stuck with your true identity. And thank you for Hearts of Talent. I'm so excited. Look, we've got new auditions coming up.
And I just want to say, guys, live up the live, like up the likes, like up this live, please. Share, subscribe, please make sure you do, because you know what, we need. I tell you something, if we can have 1,000 subscribers, I will be so happy, honestly, because this here, it's not an interview, it's a chat. We're just having a general chat. Yeah, we're having a heart to heart, and that's what's needed, isn't it? We don't want this big bright light shining in our face and so many questions fired at us. It's a conversation. So once we can have this conversation, you know, it's something that I feel the whole world should get involved in. So please like up the likes, share it like food. You know?
Exactly. Please share it around, let as many people see as possible.
Exactly. What is it? Hit the notification bell. We need to get that.
Yeah, post notifications on, turn it to all.
Please
like, share, and subscribe.
Like, that's it. Like, share, and subscribe. All those messages. Big up yourself. Please make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend.
Exactly.
Because Hearts of Talent, that's what we're about. We're here as a comforter. We're here as a virtual and live village. So as I keep saying, it takes a village to raise a child. So it takes a village to actually just tell one person to tell the next one. And you know what? Villages don't keep secrets. So there you go.
Exactly. We have the website here, and the Instagram is hearts_of_talent. So you know what to do.
Yeah. For people who want to audition. Yeah, but don't forget with the auditions, we've got 2 new audition dates in Harrow. You can also submit your entries via our website or on our social media. If you go to the website, you'll see our hashtags of how you can enter. You have most of the categories are 59 second clips, apart from filmmaking, which I believe is 90 seconds. You need it to be clean, PG. And we're excited. We've got so many things coming up, so many partnerships, so many just entertainment days out there. And I think we probably have an editing video close, which is probably of somebody who's expressed talent towards us. Let's just keep building the society up and express young people's talents and getting people to be themselves again, not be trapped in this day and age. So I think that's our cue to close because time is ticking. Jasmine, thank you, founder.
Thank you so much. Sorry. Right, we've actually just heard me that we've got a video coming up. So I'm gonna make like a tree and leave. So God bless, take care, be good.
Thank you, Joelle, as well.
Who wants to
coming
close?
on.
Who's going to close for us?
I mean, do we have to leave and then the video will play?
No, I think our
I'm
technical.
always going to do the video over. So there you go.
So yes, good evening. Hope everybody has a good night, and please share, share, subscribe, and we shall see you in the next podcast.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hearts of Talent proudly presents their partnership with Wembley Stadium.